I'm Gabby and welcome to my balcony garden. I live on the third floor of an apartment building in Montreal, and this is now my third year having a garden on my balcony where I grow veggies, flowers, and herbs. I planted everything in my garden about a month ago now, and there has been so much progress in a short amount of time, so I wanted to share that with you today. Also, a few things are not going so well, so we'll see how we're gonna change a few things to make it a bit better. Today's weather has been on and off with rain. Right now it is lightly drizzling, so we're gonna embrace it and hope we can stay somehow dry for a few minutes. All right, let me show you the garden. Here we have our nasturtium, which is growing so beautifully, and as it just rained, it's doing this beautiful thing where the drops of water are just kind of staying on the leaves. It is so beautiful. We do have other things that are growing through it, like I don't know what this is, but I've let it there. Maybe it's going to be something pretty. Our lettuce is thriving, doing so well. This is a mesclun mix. Actually, I think we're going to be able to harvest some today. The herbs are also thriving. This is the dill that is coming from my hydroponic garden that I had inside all winter, and it really did well with its transfer outside. It's actually doing a bit too well. We're going to give this a trim. Oregano, thyme, this is rosemary and thyme. This thyme is even doing a bit too well, and the rosemary, I feel like the thyme is getting a bit into rosemary's territory, but I'm happy with this. This is a Scotch bonnet hot pepper, and it's looking well. No flowers just yet, but a lot of leaves. Maybe we could give this a little trim actually to give it back some energy so it can make a few flowers. Here we have our jalapeno plant, and it is doing so well. We even have a little jalapeno already. We have 1 and 2 tomato plants, and it's doing very well. We even have a few tomatoes already. The ones in this plant are a little bit bigger. We also have the basil at the bottom, which I have harvested from already. This is doing good. Same thing for this one here. To note that the basil and the tomatoes, and the hot peppers, both of them, I bought them already grown from the garden center, so these are not coming from seeds that I planted a month ago, right? You can go check out my video where I set everything up, and you can compare to see how much everything has grown. This is our cucumbers that I did plant from seeds a month ago, and it is thriving. I actually have too many plants. They're going to be too big, so we're going to come and make a selection to see which plants we're keeping. Here is our green beans, which I have already made a selection from, so I had loads more, and I came a few weeks earlier just to pick the strongest one, and I think now I'm left with 4, which I think is good because they do respect like the 10 centimeters distance between each, but we're gonna come and give them a little bit more support because they're already dangling. Here is some basil that is also coming from the hydroponic garden inside. It's doing well. I don't know if it's meant to be giving me a big leaf like the regular Italian basil. This is a different type of basil. I'm forgetting the name now, but I'll type it here. And it's giving me pretty flowers, so I don't know if this is the expected result, but I think it's cute, so we're keeping it. Here is our zinnias. I planted a lot more seeds, but only a few are growing. However, they're going to grow really tall, so this isn't too bad. I do wish I had a few more. There's some gaps here, but I'm still going to have at least 5 pretty flowers, and I think 1 is going to make more than 1 flowers. Here is our cosmos, thriving, doing very well, so we just need to give them a bit more time to give us a flower. In here we have a flower mix. I think now it rained a lot and it's like a little bit over hydrated, so it doesn't seem, it's not its best day, but hey, it's growing, so I'm happy with this. Mint, thriving as always. This is a wildflower mix and it's doing very well. We even have our first cutie flowers. So we're gonna let this to keep growing, and I'm confident we'll get some plenty flowers soon. We have another wildflower mix also doing well. We're clearly gonna get some cosmos in that mix too. But yeah, this is growing well. Now for what didn't go so well, I have this box here in which I planted an alyssum corbeille d'or in French, which is meant to be this like yellow golden flower, and I have nothing, guys. Nothing in 1 month. I do have this one thing that has grown that I don't know what it is that I can find in some of the other boxes, so I don't even know if this is coming from this plant or if it's just something else or like some weeds. I don't know. So we're gonna have to find a replacement for this. Since it's getting too late in the season now to plant more seeds, I just bought some replacement flowers for that garden box. So I got these two here. I think they're so beautiful. So we're gonna be able to plant those. Right now what I want to do, I want to give some love to my tomato plants and my hot pepper plants because there's too many branches, and it is important to trim a few branches through the season so that way the plant can give its energy to the fruits instead of giving it to the branches. And we're going to add some support to the cucumbers and the beans, and as well the cucumbers we need to make a selection to see which plant we're going to keep for the rest of the season. So we're going to come and give a trim to the Scotch bonnet just to hopefully make it produce a few flowers soon. So you definitely don't want to be too intense because you don't want to put your plant into a state of shock. Here we go, already better. We're also going to give a gentle trim to the jalapeno. Any more than that, just because since it's doing so well, let's not bother it too much. For the tomatoes, I already gave them a trim a few weeks ago, but I do see I have a yellow leaf, so I do want to tend to that. Moving on to our cucumbers, I'll just take this away so it's easier to reach. So this went pretty well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them that have grown. However, these are going to get really big, so only 1 or 2 should suffice. So we're going to come and remove the smallest one. So for example here, this one is quite small if we compare it to the others, so just going to gently pull, and that's it. I probably should have worn gloves when I started this, considering how everything is so wet, but it's fine. So we're just gonna keep this one since it needs 30 centimeters between plants, so that'll be plenty for the container. It does make me very sad to have to pull all of these healthy plants, but that's just how gardening goes. So now we can put back our protection from the squirrel, and later we're gonna come and put as well a stand to help with the support. It is now beautiful sunshine. I also think I got a mosquito bite. It's really itchy. So as I was putting in my support around my tomato plants, I kept thinking, I really wish I had done that sooner. And I think I just forgot to do it. Itchy is so bad. The plants are actually quite strong now, and I was trying to get around the branches, and I was really scared of breaking any of them. So ideally I should have put my support the same day that I put them in the containers. That way they would have grown through the support. So for the cucumbers and the beans, I think it's going to be a lot better since we do have a very small plant now. But for the tomatoes, really wish I had done it sooner. And I want to put my new flowers I bought into my fail empty box, which should be pretty easy. Just need to dig some holes through the soil, put the flowers, and we're good to go. And as simple as that, we have a brand new flower box, and this is exciting because I don't have any actual flowers yet. So these are the first ones that I have in my garden for the year. Now I do need to put my squirrel protection. This might be a challenge since the flowers have already grown. Let's see what we can do. So I was able to put my squirrel protection back on my fresh new flowers. I was just very gentle when it came to pulling the flowers through the holes, but I think overall it's doing just fine. At least I didn't have to cut a brand new trellis, so hopefully that will do the job and I didn't destroy too many plants. We are finishing in a little bit of rain, but it's all good. It's good for the plants. It's been so hot the past month, so I think the plants are happy to get plenty of water. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for today's gardening. Make sure to subscribe so you can follow along my garden for the summer season. If you have a garden of your own, let me know in the comments down below what you're growing this summer. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.